نعم أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما كثيرا. We give thanks to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We testify to his oneness. We beseech him to send his salah and salutation on the noble soul of Prophet Muhammad, his household, his companions, and those that follow this path of righteousness until the day of accountability. Welcome again to our weekly halqa. Today we have a very interesting session as we try as much as possible to balance between our spirituality and our day-to-day, living as Muslims, especially in the West. One of the topical issues that has been rampaging the Muslims recently, if not recently, actually for many years now, is the issue of economic empowerment, the issue of financial independence and all that. So inshallah, the topic today will be one of so many to come in the future, inshallah, where we go through some of those ways where we as Muslim can attain that financial independence. Some of those ways we as Muslim can really retrace our roots back to what our companions used to be. As we all know, there's a famous story of Abdurrahman bin Auf, who was one of the richest Muslims. When he made the migration from Mecca to Medina, he lost everything, obviously, as a lot of the Muslims did. So he had nothing. Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, when they got to Medina, he did the usual ukhuwa between them, brotherhood between them. And the Muslims who are based in Medina, they are willing to give him a lot of money. Even whatever he wants, they are willing to give to him. But that wasn't enough for Abdurrahman bin Auf, because he had that positive mindset. And he said to himself, you know what? Thank you, Jazakallah khairan. May Allah bless your wealth and your family. Show me the way to the market. Show me the way to the market. And it was said by the time he died, he was one of the richest Muslims ever lived. So inshallah, the topic for today is show me the market. How can we achieve that financial independence? And to go through that with us, our Ustaz, who I believe needs no introduction, in the person of Ustaz Ustaz Tawfiq Abdul Salam. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward him abundantly and preserve him upon good. So I don't think I'm going to waste much time. I'm struggling with my video, so forgive me. Ustaz, if you're ready to start, let's start, inshallah. Jazakumullah khairan.
Jazakallah khairan, Abdul Majid. إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستهديه ونستغفره ونعوذ به من شرور أنفسنا وسيئات أعمالنا إنه من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله صلوات الله وسلامه عليه وعلى آله وأصحابه ومن تمسك بسنته إلى يوم الدين. أما بعد, we thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala al-Wahid al-Qahar Jalla wa ala, who had given us yet another opportunity to be able to congregate here at this time, in this blessed day, in this month, in this moment. We ask him subhanahu wa ta'ala to grant all of us, wherever we may be, wherever we may be listening from, to grant us the mind of al-ikhlas, of sincerity of purpose towards our deen and towards our Lord, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And to count whatever we are doing, to count it in this dunya, to count it as an act of ibadah. Whatever we are efforts we are trying to make in order for us to be better Muslims and in order for our community to be a better Muslim community, we ask him Jalla wa ala to accept from us and from you, and to count it something that will be heavy on our mizan al-khayr yawm al-qiyamah. Dear brothers and sisters in Al-Din, as we know, one of my personal campaign is how do we build a Muslim community the way the people of the past did. The way the people of the past, and we said the people of the past, we are referring to the Salafus Salihin, the people who saw the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam, the people who lived with him, the people who spoke to him directly, the people who, mingled with him in the same sitting, people who prayed behind him, people who listened to him talking. Those people, they have a kind of mindset that when we read the books, we saw that those mindset, they are completely opposite of the mindset of the today. And that's one of the Salaf came. He said, If alayhi salatu wasalam, the Prophet was to return to this world among the Muslims today, there's a possibility he might not be able to recognize the practices of the Muslim apart from the adhan and the iqamah that the Muslim make. Because the problem with the Muslims is, number one, the problem of ignorance. They do not have the knowledge of their religion. Majority of people use the brain. Number two is they do not have the concept of al-ittiba. They want to do everything by themselves because he's a professor, because he has knowledge. He's a professor of million fields. He doesn't want to listen to the hadith of Abu Hurairah. He doesn't want to take that to the letter. And number three, because today, due to modernization, technological advancement, people believe that the sunnah of those people who are successful, those sunnah, they are old and old-fashioned. It's not something we can lay back to. And therefore, there is no al-ittiba. There's no way of making reference back to them. And that's why today the Muslim community are so powerless in comparison to the Muslim community that Dr. Adams used in his opening. No, the one who's listening to me, Allah bless myself and you, that there is nothing you want to do of religion today that can be at the same level with the companions of the Prophet. In fact, there is nothing you want to do that can equate what they have done. Nothing. Number one is that they were the successful people. That's why we start from here. The topic of the lecture is Show Me the Market. Like the brother said, he actually was the architect of that topic. We deliver that topic somewhere. Yes, of course, the delivery of that lecture somewhere, wasn't, the way we want to do it now. There's going to be a difference to it. And the reason is the audience, and everywhere we go to speak, the audiences are different. But the same goal is the same goal. The same target is the same target. What's the target? The Muslim individual empowerment. Is mindset engineering, to know that actually to go earn halal income, to go earn halal money is religious. It's an obligation. The way I pray Salah and I fast Ramadan, the way I do Nawafil, the way I read the Quran, is the same way I have to fear Allah for consuming haram or making my earnings from the haram source, feeding my family from the haram sources. The same way, because as we know, we're going to make this practical, that the consumptions of haram, number one, will block your mouth to Allah. Your dua will not be acceptable. Number two, Yawm al-Qiyamah, it is the hellfire, the nar of Allah, that will remove those haram from your belly. And therefore, whatever you are going to feed yourself, feed your family with, you want to make sure that it is halal. That's number one point. Number 2 point is that there are so many reasons why the Muslims need to go there. Look at the story of Abu Abdurrahman ibn Auf, radiyallahu anhu. He was the richest companion during the time of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He wasn't the only rich man. Abu Bakr Siddiq radiyallahu anhu was rich. Khadija radiyallahu anha was a rich woman. Khadija radiyallahu anha used to do import and export from one location to another location. Uthman ibn Affan radiyallahu anhu was a rich companion. He used to do business in textile business. A companion that was Uthman ibn Affan, who was close to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said many good things about him. Abu Talha was a business rich man. He used to have a lot of properties. He dealt in properties, in real estate. Abu Talha, because he alayhi salatu wasalam gave him an advice not to sell some of his lands. Abdurrahman ibn Auf was a buyer and seller of goods in the market, but he was also known for his strategic thinking in closing deals with his suppliers. Because when he arrived at Medina, do not forget, he met Sa'd ibn Rabi'a. Sa'd was one of the richest men of Al-Medina. He told him, he said, I am very rich. But because the Prophet Islam did the introduction, he said, half of my money is yours from today. And see, look at my wives. Choose whichever one you want out of my wives, and then I will divorce him and you will marry him. Look at that level of brotherhood. Let's compare that to the brotherhood of today. The brotherhood of Sa'd, who hosted Abdurrahman ibn Auf in Al-Medina, who made him to feel at peace, at ease, 101%. To comparison to the isolated life that you guys are living in America, in the UK, and Nigeria. Isolated life. Because if you check your fridge and freezer right now, You have all the food in there. You don't even care about another brother. You don't even know whether another brother is suffering or is not suffering. No, that is the mindset of the Muslims of today. The Muslims of today, they destroy instead of building. Look at our community, so divided. This fulan, that fulan, negativity everywhere. That family is fighting, that family fighting. Do you know how many divorces we find? Many marriages that I personally conducted, some of them, it is the dad and the mom who were fighting that led to the divorce of their children. Unfortunately, brothers, the Muslims of yesterday, they were brothers in truth. They do not injure themselves. They do not jealous or envy themselves. They were in support of themselves. The way Asad said to him, Ibn Auf, take half of my money, take from my wife, so now they divorce them for you. And what did he get? He said, Barakallahu fi malik wa fi ahlik. May Allah bless you in your money and in your family. Show me where the market is. Look at that. Number one lesson to learn from that is the contentment of the one who does not have. The fact that you do not have, whether you're in Nigeria or not, does not mean you should open the clock for yourself. It does not mean you should resort to begging. It does not mean you should call everybody and complain about every problems that you have. No, it doesn't mean that. In fact, when people offer to you sometimes, for the successful businessmen, their mindset is the mindset of giving, not of receiving. Go and check the majority of people who are rich today. And I've been in the research of the successful rich men of our time for the past 10 years. Some of them, I have paid for their mentorship, thousands of pounds for their mentorship. I have asked them the same questions. Majority of them don't have the mind of wanting to get something free from anyone. They want to work for it. They want to make efforts. That is the mindset of the one who is going to make wealth and who is going to help the people. Abdurrahman bin Auf did not collect what was offered to him. He said, show me the market. And he went to the market. The narration said he bought and he sold, and then he returned with some milk to come and offer the people who offered it. He returned with some milk. Look at that. That, at that point in time, he had not amassed the wealth. No. He had not even had a lot. No. But he was still spending out of the little that he had. Brothers, look at how much money you are holding, you are hiding, and you are appearing to people as if you are poor. Some of you. Think about that. Because you're hiding and holding your money, there's no guarantee that you're going to be wealthy anyway. No, it doesn't. Number one, that is the mindset of the Muslims. That no matter how much effort you make, no matter how much strategy we teach you in the sessions, we believe that it is Allah who gives tawfiq. They used to, he alayhi salatu wassalam used to refer to Abdurrahman ibn Auf as Tajir al-Rahman, the trader of Allah. That is what he alayhi salatu wassalam used to say to him. But what do we also know about Abdurrahman ibn Auf? He was wealthy. He was one of the richest companions, but he was one of the Mubashirin al-Jannah. He said in one sitting, he said 10 people, they are inmates of the paradise. And he mentioned their name, Abu Bakr Siddiq, and the Radiyallah, Uthman, Umar, Talha, Zubair, Abu Ubaidah, Talha, Sa'ad, Ibn Abu Waqas, Abdurrahman ibn Auf. He mentioned their names, meaning that he was a rich man. He also earned the paradise, he earned the certificate of the paradise from this dunya. That is the evidence to show for those people who have the mindset that said, where do we draw the line? Is it not because we are running after the world? That is not the mindset that we are preaching. We have a club called the Muslim in Business. This series is the Muslim in Business. That is not what we are pushing for. We have our whys. Why? Why are we doing this? Why? We have it clear. Number one, why we are doing this is what Abdurrahman bin Auf did. Number one, why? We are not calling to materialism. We're not calling to come and buy houses and water and come and drive that. No, that's not what we're calling for too. We are calling to wealth building that we can use to worship Allah. Wealth building that we can use in Sadaqah. Wealth building that we can use to empower the Muslim community to worship Allah more. That is what we are calling to. So our wealth building mindset is different from the Western or the normal wealth building mindset. Our wealth building mindset is dini, is religious. Why are we doing this? Why? If you're a community leader, wherever you are, and people come to you for help, you will know right now that our ears have become filled with the complaints of the Muslims. And wallahi, if we have blood running in our body, and we have the fearness of Allah, and we love our brothers and sisters for Allah's sake, wallahi, we will never close our ear to the calling for help from the community. At the moment, there's so much call for financial support. At the moment, on my table alone, and for those of you who are close to me, you would know. In fact, I shared, a voice note of a brother. I shared it with some of you, right? And when I shared it, I made sure that, I told you, please don't share it with anyone else. Anyone, you can share it with whoever you want to share it with. But we knew that the brother who requested for that help was in difficulty. He was actually asking in that video, in that voice note, please, he was asking somebody in Nigeria. I don't know this brother. This brother went to one of my younger brothers in Nigeria, and he sent him a voice note. This my younger brother is a politician. And this person was from his local community. And he was saying to him, please, whatever you have, I cannot go back home to my family. Whatever you have, please send me anything to eat and to feed my kids. Anything. And that honorable sent that voice note to me. A few days ago, a sister busted into tears and she was crying. She cried and cried, and people asked her, why are you crying? Why are you crying? And then she started crying more and more. And then they asked her, why are you crying? And she said, two sisters called her from Nigeria. This sister is in London, but she used to live in Nigeria. Two sisters called her from Nigeria. And these two sisters were widows. Their husband had died. In fact, one of the sisters, the husband had brain tumor. The husband cannot work anymore. These two sisters were talking about sisters that were in common, and they have 4 children. Another sister had 6 children. And they were calling her and they were crying to her on the phone. They were not asking for anything. They just told that sister that they missed her. What did that sister used to do when she was in Nigeria? This sister used to host those sisters in her house. And they told her they missed her hosting them in her house because nobody did that to them anymore. Just hosting a widow in the house. Not to talk about paying the school fees of those orphans. Those are critical problems in Nigeria. Every single day, people are calling. The Muslim community are poor. And the people who are rich, they're not extending that hand to those people who really truly need it. Within our community in the UK and in the US, it's the same. We have the same similar stories of people needing financial help. Not only that, we need financial help to build our masajid. We're building the whole Cairo mosque. We've not even finished. Not because we don't want to finish it, it's because of the lack of funds. There is a sheikh in another place in Nigeria, a caller of Sunnah. Myself and himself and 2 other brothers on this call, we were on the phone with that brother, with that sheikh. We know that that sheikh is a caller to Sunnah. He needed funding. Another sheikh who runs an orphanage in Nigeria, he needed funding. Another sheikh who is a big scholar of Sunnah, big with a lot of schools and a lot of students in there, he called for help. Another sheikh who has a school, his school is going down right now in Lagos. His school is going down. That school, he gave scholarship to many children for free. That means the call for Muslims to be able to fulfill these needs is going to be higher. Dear brothers and sisters, this is number 1. Why? If they ask you, why are we doing this? Why are we doing this? The intention behind it is for you, or the one who is listening to me right now, to empower yourself, your life, yourself, to get up from where you are right now and go work harder. Because after all, those of you in America and the UK, you did not leave Nigeria for play now. You left Nigeria for one reason, and that is economic reason, isn't it? You want to build house in Lekki. You want to build house in Abuja. You want to be able to look after your parents in Nigeria. You want to be able to look after your family in Nigeria. That is why you left Nigeria. You should have stayed in Nigeria. Your reason for coming here is more economic than tourism. And if that is the case, we want you to get up from where you are. Oh yeah. Okay. Barakallahu fi. A brother is saying we help him sometimes in Nigeria, but that's not, may Allah reward you. But this is what we do behind the scene. Anyway, we have a continuous program. Somebody called me yesterday and said, why can't you turn it into a foundation? I said, what is the benefit of me turning it into a foundation? What difference does it make? Something that we've been doing for over 30 years. Before I came to this country, we've been building mosques in Nigeria. People knew me with them. Before we came to this country, we've been gathering people to go to hospital visitation Jama'ah and distribute things for people who are sick. Before we came here, we've been going to prison visits. We've been doing this for a long time, so it's not new. And the reason why we are calling to this is we see that the same thing is still happening. The Muslims are still poor. We are still writing letter of financial assistance. So what is the solution? The solution is to empower individual Muslims to change their mindset into what we call the halal wealth. If you are a salary earner, we want you to have a side hustle. We want you to plan a side hustle. If you are a business person, we want you to come together with people who are already benefiting from free guide. Free. We offer free guidance on how your business will be architect, how your business will run. Why? Because we want that business to be successful. So that in 3-4 years, we can call you and say, madam, come and give us 5,000, 10,000 to build a mosque. Because today, if we want to call people today, how many people can we call? Is he a brother who is earning 3,000, 2,000 pounds a month? Who's after he had paid his rent, there's nothing left for him? We're not going to call him because we're going to inconvenience him. And that's what we're saying to you, oh brothers and sisters who are listening, that there's a reason why you must hear this and improve your life. We want you to improve your life first. We want you to know that if you think about your job and you go and train in your real career, in your career as an engineer, in your career as an IT, in your career as a doctor, in your career as an engineer, in your career as whatever you are, there is the top 10 skills in every industry that are at the top. The most difficult skills in your area. They are the most difficult. It is those skills that are difficult that we want you to go and learn. You're a business analyst, we want you to go and learn data analysis. We want you to go and learn Python. We want you to go and learn SQL. You're a project manager, we want you to go and do your qualification TMP. You're a business analyst, we want you to do business bank or ISEP. We want you to be relevant. You're a doctor, we want you to be training into a specialist area. You're a lawyer, we want you to train into a specialist area where there are few people there. We want you to double, to add zero. If you're earning 50,000, we want you to add a zero behind it. That in the next 2 years, I want to be earning 500,000. We want you to earn 500,000. The intention by which we want to earn that 500,000 is not so that you can come with me to holiday to Santorini. No, that's not what we're. Or to come and sleep in a hotel that is worth $500 or $1,000 a night. No, that's not what we're. Anyone who's close to me knows how we do it. Not because we don't have the money, but there are some things we don't do. Even at work, when they book me this in Dubai, I have the can you pay me the money? And I went to look for a cheaper hotel. Give me the money. I have poor people in Africa. Because what type of sleep do I want to sleep in $1,000 hotel? Why? Why do I need to do that when I can sleep, wake up and go next day and get out? So what we are calling for is not materialism. What we are calling for is for you to get up from where you are as a Muslim who says, Allah without action. Allah will do it without action. He does not know that Allah mentions in the Quran, Inna Allah, surely Allah, He will not change your situation. You will change it yourself before Allah changes it. So you are responsible for getting up from where you are right now. Where you are right now, and go and learn something that is difficult in your area of work and step up your income, step up your career. If you have an office job, fine, but that does not stop you to do a side hustle. That does not stop you to look for a product to sell online and start making small money from it and start growing from it. It doesn't stop you. If you want to go into full-fledged entrepreneurship, it doesn't stop you. It doesn't mean that because you're a doctor, you are going to leave your career as a doctor. No, it doesn't mean. We have doctors that are close to us that they are doing business on the side. All we are asking you to do is to do something today and encourage another brother to do something today that will empower you personally, financially. This call so that you tell someone else as well. You are earning 40 grand, can you earn 70 instead? You are earning 70, can you earn 120 instead? You are on 120, can you make it 205? How can you do it? So one of our teachers, he said, between that 205 and your 75 grand right now, between that, there are two things. There are two things. The determination that you want to earn, you want to get to the level where you can earn 205, and the price to pay between you and that goal is number one, your determination. Number one, you will be absolutely clear that I want to get there. Why do I want to get there? Because I want to look after my mom and dad. Why do I want to get there? Because I want to provide for my family in an halal way. Why do I want to? Because I want to contribute to the building of masajid. I want to sponsor an orphan. I want to sponsor 2 orphans. I want to sponsor a widow. I want to help do waters in the places where they are thirsty. That is your why. Our why is not spraying money on what's right there. Our why is not sleeping in the best hotels on holidays. No. Our why is not driving living in bigger houses that you are not sleeping in all the rooms. Our why is not driving the Bugatti. I'm not saying they are haram. You don't get me wrong. But that's not the main reason we want to do this. Because Abdurrahman ibn Auf, he had and he spent, even when he did not have enough, he spent a lot of that money in Sadaqah. And Allah keep increasing his wealth. My dear brothers and sisters, because of time, I'm going to go into the principles. Let's even use the principle of Abdurrahman ibn Auf when he was asked about what does he do to make wealth? What did Abdurrahman ibn Auf do? What did he do? So that we can start changing our mindset. Number one that he did was that for him to be wealthy, he said, I never buy anything on credit. And I never sold anything on credit. Number one, never buy anything on credit. Number two, he never sold anything on credit. Yes. Somebody will be thinking, okay, but how do we do that today? There are ways that we are coming back there. Number three, he said, I don't hold any profit or hoard any profit in anticipation of more profit. He doesn't hold back his product in a warehouse and hoard it so that he can sell for increased products. He said he didn't do that. Maybe that's why Allah blessed him. And he said, I never concealed the defect of any product that he sells. He never concealed the defect of anything. Remember, the Prophet was going through a market one day, and he found a grain seller. Somebody was selling grains. And at that time, it was wet grains that was, in circulation. And he, alayhi saw dry grain. This dry grain is beautiful. And he approached the grain seller and said, where did you get the dry grain from? And then he said he had it, he just said something. And the Prophet dig his hand into the grain. And he found out that the dry grain was at the top, below was wet grain. He, alayhi got upset and warned that person that there's no way Allah will bless you when you conceal the defect of what you are selling. Abu Bakr Siddiq radiallahu anhu, he did the same to the milk seller. If you remember the story of the milk seller who mixed the milk, the original milk, with water. He said to him, radiallahu anhu, he said, how are you going to be successful? Principle number one, he never sold on credit. Principle number two, he never buy on credit. Principle number three, he doesn't hold back things in order for him to escalate profits. Principle number four, he never sold anything of defect. So this is the principle of honesty in Islamic markets. You deal with people with honesty, because whether you lie or you do not lie, when you lie, it reduces the barakah that Allah will give you, even in your work. Oh, you was watching. How many of you work from home? Do you deliver what they ask you to deliver? That is part of honesty. That is what Allah will use to bless you. How selfless are you? Oh, you the one that people come to. How selfless are you? The little that you are, how much of selflessness can you do with it? Are you the one who collects too much from the people without the ability to give? Because it is in the giving that Allah blesses. Look at those 4 principles that so number one principle of our dealing is honesty and truthfulness. Honesty and truthfulness. Number two, in fact, number one is that we do run to make wealth. We go to the market to go make money as Muslims. in order for us to worship Allah. We want to do most of that. We want to do period one day. We want to support the scholars who are busy studying. Majority of the scholars that we deal with, alhamdulillah, they are busy doing dawah. Those scholars also have families, they have children, they have wives, they have responsibility that require finance. For those of you who are supporting, maybe some of you, who are, knows what we do behind the scene, they give, may Allah Ta'ala bless you. Your money goes to them, and we get good feedback and dua from them. Alhamdulillah. So we are doing this every single day. We spoke about a land that we want to buy in Nigeria. A brother called me 2 days ago and he gave 2 million naira. Another brother gave 1,000. This brother was in Manchester. And I look at those brothers and then I made dua for them. And I say, you know what? You know what we do. We are not, the sunnah is not based on jalabi, where we lie to people to collect money from them, or when we tell them something that they want to hear in order for them to give us money. No. The sunnah is based on honesty and pure honesty for the sake of Allah. So the principles of the intention of why are you running? Why are you and your wife must sit down today to say, you know what? We want to make more money. We're earning 50 grand. We want to make 150. We want to do a business, small business, small business. I remember some of my students, last 5 years, 6 years, one of the girls, he came to me and said, Uncle, I want to do this business. And I was like, okay, how do you want to do it? Okay, I'm going to Ghana to do processing of shea butter. And she told me, I remember buying a ticket to Ghana. And I said, make sure you spend. And when she got there, she was like, I need a place to stay. The hotel that I book is not really nice. I said, okay, move from that hotel. And I contacted a friend in Accra, and they gave her a service accommodation that was nice. She planned to spend 2 weeks. She ended up spending 2 months in Ghana. Today, the rest is story. She's doing very well with that business. She's selling that shea butter business to a lot of people online. She's promoting it on Instagram, promoting it everywhere. Not only her, there are other ones. They're making their money from the inner recesses of their room. Your wife doesn't need to go out of the house to make money anymore. Those are the days when the woman, when in hijab, when in the cup, needs to go and jump on the moon before she can make money. No, she can make money in the inner recesses of her room today. Everything on the internet. What are we talking about? Even you, as you are doing your job, you can start buying and selling ordinary handkerchief, ordinary tissue paper. You can start selling it. Toothpick. This toothpick, you can start selling it. This toothpick, if you start selling it in another 6 months, in another 12 months, in another 2 years, your supplier level will grow to the extent that you will come out and say, I'm a toothpick seller and you are making thousands. This product, flour, it's not original flour. You can start selling it. It's not original. I know where you can buy this one for cheap price in India and in China, and you can start selling it. Ornament. Look, this is a product of somebody. Ornament. Design. As long as that ornament is not a picture of a living thing, I will sign it out for you. I will approve it for you. You sell this ornament online, and people start buying it. I have many products. So if you have a problem of identifying a service or a product, please contact any of the admin on the Muslim platform. Contact them and tell them to put you in the queue. Don't rush. So those of you that will say, oh, we've been calling you, you did not answer. It is not only you. Wait, small. Ask someone who knows somebody. Speak to someone who knows somebody. Even if you cannot speak to me directly, speak. And for those of you who are claiming that somebody is busy, there's no one who is not busy. We're all busy. Don't forget what we are doing it with a serious mindset for the sake of Allah alone. If you are doing something for the sake of Allah, you don't care what anyone says, because your goal is about Allah alone, and you expect your return from Him. And that's why we come out sometimes, because we're not expecting anything from you. All we want you to do is to change your life, your own life, and join the Muslim community in helping us eradicating poverty. Because the problem of the Muslims is they ask us for money in the Muslim society, but they don't teach us how to make money for a long time. A long time. Nobody teaches us how to make money. Whereas they're asking us for that money in the same month. Look at that contradiction. And the Muslims are now psychologically lazy. believing that everything is qadar. How are you the secretary of Allah to know that everything that your situation now is qadar of Allah? How do you know? Are you the secretary of Allah? How do you know that it is not your own mistake? That's another point that is warning the Muslims. So please don't say qadar of Allah at your own mistake. At your own mistake, at your own laziness, that you sleep all day as a man. As a man, you are sleeping every day. And you said that is qadar of Allah. No. If you make effort every single day, that effort will lead to wealth. If you go for training, the way even the Prophet والسلام, they went for training. Everything in Islam is about training. Everything in Islamic education is about mentoring. Even when it comes to Salah, he will say, pray as you have seen me pray. Why? Because there was an angel who taught me, who mentored me how to pray. Why do you want to do everything by yourself if you're only limited pray? You that you're not exposed, you don't even know how to do stuff. Why can't you go ask for help? Some brothers, they went to the non-Muslim to go and learn business, and they bring it back to the community. The intention by which we are doing it is not the intention, me and Dr. Adams, who were in the program. There's a brother in that mosque, he doesn't know me, he doesn't know my mindset, he doesn't know what I do. But because there was something he saw maybe as a mistake, he came out to spoil the show. He didn't know the intention by which we are doing it, that we don't need that. We don't even need that congregation because we have access to bigger congregation. So we don't need help from that congregation. We have come to help that congregation. And that's why up to today, anybody that called me from that congregation, I don't answer them. I intentionally turned them back. I did not answer anyone. So that my intention will be clear. Yeah. I don't answer them. You see? I did not answer anyone from them. Now, what I want you to do, or you the one who's listening, brothers and sisters, I want you to also know that everything I'm telling you, I have gone to the contemporary scholars of Sunnah of today. And I have made sure that my mindset is upright to the Sunnah. Upright to the Sunnah. I have made sure that my practices, my business practices, my orientation is not in any way against the Sunnah of the companions and the Sunnah of the Prophet. So everything I am telling you, I have ironed it out with the contemporary big scholars of our religion. I have sat with them. I have sought fatwas from many of them. The outcome of those efforts, those journeys, is what I am teaching you now. For the one who's a doubting Thomas, who is thinking, because that's another mistake that Muslims make. Are we not running after dunya? Please get it straight. Please get it straight. We are not calling you to materialism. We are calling you to religiousness. We are calling you to helping yourself. Because if you don't do anyway, many Muslims are actually doing this in a haram way privately. Many Muslims are falling into haram. A graduate of Jamiatul Islamiyah, I said this all the time, and I didn't mention it. I found him working in central London in a casino. In a casino. Casino is haram with all the knowledge on his head because he needed financial support at the time. He knew nobody in London. His trousers was jumping. In the casino, he was working inside the casino. You cannot work inside the casino. You cannot work in a bar. If you bring those money home, that is haram money. And that is what the Muslims of today are doing. They can't come out the way we are coming out. They are now helping themselves privately somewhere, deceiving people. So, my dear brothers and sisters, do not forget that the story of the one who said, show me the market, and the mindset of the one who said, show me the market, was the mindset of the one who knew that, number one, I want to go and make money. I want to go and make wealth so I can worship my Lord through it. That's number one. Number two, he was a selfless man. A selfless person would be successful in business because he will not hold on too much with money. He will not be like this with money. He would help people with money. He will spend out of what Allah has granted him. He will spend. He will spend. Spending out of what you have will not decrease your wealth because Allah will replenish it. Go and ask people who are selfless. Because look at the two brothers that I mentioned. In fact, there are many other brothers. Within 2 days, we were able to raise 11 million naira. Within 2 days, from those same brother, the same brother that we go to hell and water, same people. So for you that you are not joining the group, or the one that you are living an isolated life, believing that you are okay on your own. Know that whatever you are amazed, it will not be as blessed or blessed as when you give out of your wealth. Because there are some rich brothers in this community that we know them. They don't respond. They don't respond. In fact, the reason we are not meant to be coming to you. You are meant to be coming to give. And after you have given, you are even meant to thank us that may Allah reward you for guiding us to goodness. Look at the way I'm saying it. And I'm being very, very, very factual about this. You are meant to say thank you to the one who, if you know that that source is truthful, is honest, and truly your money will go into something that will earn you reward, thank to the one who has, who has guided you. Thank him, appreciate him, ask Allah to reward him. Because that money that you have given, there's a possibility you might even regret that you would have given more. There's a possibility if you had not guided him. So that's that mindset, my brothers and sisters. And we have said the why, because of little time that we have. What are the practical ways for you to do it? What are the practical ways for you to get from where you are right now to another level? For you to be in the next 2 years financially, you want to be better. What are the practical ways? Number one is all of you that you are listening now, whether you know about business or you don't know about business, whether it is your career that you know or it's your career, please grab a pen today, a pen and a white sheet of paper. I'm not saying on the computer. Write your goals down. Call it goal, Goals. Write your goals down. What do you want to do? Is that exercise in the professional world, we call it goal orientation. The top leaders of companies, 100 companies, they go through the same exercise with in another location. The same thing, goal orientation. Write 5 to 10 goals down. I want to earn 200K in 2 years' time. I don't say I want to, say I earn. Use active verb. I earn 200K in 2 years' time. I become Dr. Adams. What's your area of medicine? Or Dr. Adams, what is your area?
General practice. General practice. General practice.
So I want to become a senior consultant in general practice in 2 years. Write it down. Or say I become a senior consultant in general practice. I become a senior consultant in neurology. I become the leading expert in project management. I become the London sought-after engineer in 6 months. I become, write it down. I own a school business, a nursery business in 2 years. I own a school business. Somebody will say, well, you have to ask inshallah. You have to ask inshallah by default. This is not by default. All our Muslim strategy started with dua. So we believe in dua, so we don't need to talk about that. To pray is for ringing. So don't add that when we are doing our strategy session, because you must know that you have to pray anyway. So just point the flow. I become a business owner in 2 years. I sell and buy cookware, cups, mugs. I sell mugs and plates and spoons online in 2 years, and I retire. That's how to do it. Write them down right today. If you can do that today, that means you have started making action that will change your life. That's your dua that you have been doing. That dua will now come on that action. Because if you have been making dua, and you're on 40,000 pounds in a year, dua, and that job is the only thing you're doing. You're not doing extra training. You're not speaking to any other person to see how can you. Your companies, they don't promote people. There's no career development. How do you want to go out to be accepted now? Think again. Allah is not stupid. You need to make an effort to change something. Just change anything that you can change. If it is about extra training, go and do extra training somewhere. Even brothers who are saying, well, I do security. I started from security. What are you talking about? Me, Abu Ibrahim, and all of us, we started from there. But please remember, I mentioned to some of my students, when I was standing as a student in this country, I used to sing a song. All of you know the song. Because I was not satisfied with that job. Don't forget, I came from a choir background in the church. So I used to sing in the church in those days. So I said, I will be singing in the front of the security job. I am a success, I know. I am a success, yes, I know. It's a temporary situation. I am a success, yes. Because I was in school at the time. I need to go and work a night shift to pay my school fees during the day before I qualified. And I will be singing that song. I was singing that song that my supervisor here wanted to promote me to the level of, I said, I don't need that promotion. So at that time, when there was nothing, I was very clear about my goal, that I'm only here temporarily to finish my education so I can go out. And that is the way Allah accepted it. If it over for long, over. If you think that your Allah is backward and is poor and is negative, that is where you be. Yeah, this is that Muslim said. Say something that is good, positive, or just keep quiet. Pray something good for yourself. When you pray something good for yourself, if it is in the contact that Allah said, you will achieve those things. Not like the Muslims of today, who are less of actions and more of prayers. Less of action. They don't make any action. So when they make the dua, there is no way where that dua can reach. So start with the goal. Write that clear goal. Write it clearly that this is what and you don't know where to start. I don't know where to start. Go and research a product and a service, or a service. A product, one product, even if it's pen and eraser. One product. Research it today. And write that I want to sell children writing, school writing stuff. I want to sell it online. In fact, there's a big, beautiful business that if you don't, I must say that I'm not great. Those are children clothing and shoes in the UK and the US. Children's clothing, and you need to only sell online. You know the shirt and the trouser, you know the Muslim shoes, you will sell where? Household stuff, everyday stuff that people use. You know, the thing that people used to wash plate, every day they use it. Every day toiletry they use. Every day they use perfume. Every day they use deodorant. Every day they use water. Every day they, you know. And you'll be thinking, well, I'm in Nigeria, what can I do? Nigeria of 200 million population, sell water, you sell. Sell Zobo, you sell. Sell something. The way Abdurrahman bin Auf sold something. He bought something. He sold something. When he had nothing, he had a positive mindset about Allah. He knows Allah will reach him. Sell something. And when you are stuck, you don't know how to go. Like his sister was been calling me for the past 2 months now, and then we finally spoke. I called her back. We spent over an hour on the call. And she was like, oh, I thought I would not get you. And then we went through everything that she was talking about. In fact, there are 3 sisters, 2 sisters in property area. There was one sister who was trying to knock a deal in property area. I gave her free consultancy in that area. There's another sister who was buying and selling. She wanted to sell all her mortgage properties. And she was thinking, oh, can she take money of that one? I said, the one that you inherited, there was mortgage free. That one alone is enough for you to start business. Because that property worth close to several grand. That alone, go and sell that one. Go and make that several grand. You will become a millionaire in 2 years. I know how to guide you there. If you can believe it, and you can believe, I know what you need to turn that money into millions in a few months. And then I called her back. Now, on the final note, for those of you watching, and those of you that watch this, maybe you're in your 50s or in your 60s, let me tell you something, another way, another mindset. The mindset of the people of the past. Today, all of you, all of us in this country, in Nigeria, we are running helter-skelter about where we are going to get our sustenance from. And whether you like it or not, that running helter-skelter, they have their direct negative impact on our religious life. At 50, at 60, going to 70, you are now running after a 9-to-5 job where you will not have the opportunity to pray Dhuhr and Asr in Jama'ah. Sometimes you're on the train back home, or you're on the bus on the 3rd Mainland Bridge. You will miss Maghrib and Isha in Jama'ah. And you want to live all your life like that? Let's think again, Muslims, so that you can know that this call is not a call to materialism. This call is the call to Jannah by doing well here. What can you do to shift from that to something that we are calling our retirement plan? What are we calling our retirement plan? We are thinking that if Alaji Afolabi, Alaji Ayeni can start doing something today, they have 3 to 5 years plan, that they want to start selling something in the next 3 years, that thing will be more than enough to replace their 9 to 5 today. What is our aim? Our aim is that when they now start selling that thing, they will now learn how to systemize it to the extent that they can free themselves and they can have the control of their time. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, I want you to listen to this now. Now, I know you are not paying for this, it's free, but please note that the content you are getting now is what some people pay thousands of pounds for. And wallahi, this is not arrogance. This is the truth. So you can understand. I want you to understand. I want you to all understand that by the time we are growing older, all we want you to be doing is to be praying 5 times so that if you're a man behind them. When you are older, when I'm older, all I want to do is I want to be praying in Jama full time so that I would get again. I'm going to my grave like that. God be my God. I don't want to be running helter skelter when I'm older, when I'm getting closer to my grave. This is what we are calling for. The Prophet, the companions of the Prophet, some of them will come together in brotherhood and say, you go to the market, go and buy and sell. I will go and listen to the hadith of the Prophet. Let us meet later. I will tell you what the Prophet told us from this hadith, and then you share the profit 50-50. Look at that mindset. The mindset of somebody go and fetch money, another person go and lend the hadith from the Prophet. The one who lent the hadith will narrate the hadith to the one who had gone to the market to make money. The one who had gone to the market will distribute that money 50-50. So you can see, today, the Muslims don't know about that anymore. All the Muslims know is we fast and we pray on, we go to Hajj, especially Umrah in Ramadan. Umrah in Ramadan is like a must go for some people. But those people, if you go and check their sources of income, they are not showing it to anyone. It's haram. Because a brother who is cleaning, who has a cleaning contract in a casino, that source of income is haram. A brother who is having a lounge where they're selling alcohol, that money is not the type of money we want to, because you're going to stand in front of Allah to account for that money. So don't ever think that the door of Rahmah of Allah is closed. Don't ever make that mistake. In 2 years' time, can this campaign become bigger? Can we all on this call make dua to Allah and reach me so I can use of that to look after my parents, so I can do so I can help more Muslims. If we get more people that respond to this, there's a possibility that all of us on this call, there's a possibility we'll be able to build a mosque in 2 years' time. There's a possibility we'll build 10 mosques, 50 mosques, 100 mosques. On our concept, we have a project called Mosque Everywhere. We call it Mosque Everywhere. Mosque Everywhere. We have a campaign for that. This campaign was started by a Pakistani friend of mine. Alhamdulillah, that campaign led to us having musalla, prayer points, even on the motorway. You know, when you travel on the motorway, you want to stop, you will find some places with prayer concept. This is where that has come from. Some brothers funded that. There's a brother called Rizwan Ahmed, a Pakistani brother. He gave money, 15,000 pounds cash for us to deliver that. This Rizwan Ahmed, I met him at work. You are on the call. You know who this brother is, Rizwan Ahmed. When we wanted to do a mosque in Cairo, we wanted to renovate the mosque of a blind sheikh in Cairo. A blind sheikh who does not see, but is a hafiz of the Quran. He does not see that all his area is too dirty. It is me that saw that. I wanted to renovate the whole of that mosque. This Rizwan Ahmed, he gave me 600 pounds. When I said we wanted to do a project, how much did you spend to renovate the whole mosque of Sheikh Adil? Anyone who knows Sheikh Adil, behind Suku Sayarot in Medina to Nasser in Cairo. And some of the brothers on this call might know. We have built so many masajid. We have contributed to sponsoring so many widows and so many orphans. Yeah. What we are doing is we are telling you so you can join the queue. We are telling you so you can do something to better your own life quickly, and so you can contribute. I was raising fund at Swalaja. I was raising fund for Old Road Mosque. Some of you saw the video. This video got to a friend of mine in Abuja, and then he called the Old Road Mosque and he gave them money. This is a friend of mine that gave that money. He has petroleum shops, petrol stations. That's where he got the money from. If he didn't have that money, he would not give us money to build the mosque. My brothers and sisters in honesty, this campaign is aimed at community building. Another person wants to take this away from me. What are we doing? We are building the Muslim community. What are we doing? We are building Muslim. If we can write that in the chat for me, just write building Muslim community. All of you, write it in the chat so you can encourage me. We are building the Muslim community. This campaign is aimed at building the solid Muslim community. Muslim community that built so that in 5 years, 10 years time, our children will be free from the 95 concepts. Yes, we are building Muslim community. We are building Muslim community. I want you to be part of the campaign to build a Muslim community that will be less of begging. A Muslim community that will not be begging for money when we need to build a well. We are not going to be begging for money when we want to build a mosque. We are not going to be begging for money to look after our old age people. We are not going to be looking for money, begging for money to spend our orphans. You and I, we don't have the guarantee of our life. We can die at any time. Who is going to look after your children and my children if I die? If you die, who will have the money to sponsor your children that might become orphaned at a sudden death? Like many brothers who have passed, many brothers who have died, that you're listening to me now, you don't remember them anymore. You do not remember those brothers anymore. You do not ask where their children are. You are contented in a very selfish way in your own homes, in a very isolated way in your own homes, because you have the wherewithal to feed your kids and to feed your children. You don't ask, where are the children of Abdullah Hakim Mubalaji? Where are the children of Mutiu Adebayo? Where are the children of Neji Sanu? Where are the children of Sheikh Abdul Hafiz in Ilani? Abu Afso, where are your children? Abu Afso, where are the children of Abu Afso? A teacher of Quran. Where are the children of Ustaz Ahmed? Ustaz Ahmed Adam, where are his children? Where are they now? Which school are they? Who is asking those questions? Who is sponsoring the children of Sheikh Ahmed Adam? Who used to be a community leader? Who used to teach all of us? Where are the children? Who is sponsoring the children of Abu Afso? Alamin, Ibrahim. May Allah grant all of them Jannah. Which community are we building that we cannot look after the orphans? We cannot look after the widows. We cannot look after the old age people. We cannot build the mosque. And you have somebody attacking us and saying something negative about us. May Allah hold all of them in accountability. Those people who are destroying what we're building, the platform of benefit of it. Something that you are so far away from it in your way that we know, very selfish way that we know. Selflessness is the sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Selflessness is the sunnah of the companions of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Brothers and sisters, be selfless. Don't be selfish. Be selfless. Don't be selfish. Come and join the call, the campaign. But start with yourself. I don't need anything from you right now. Start with yourself. In 6 months' time, if you have done something, I want to see what you have done. Come and showcase it. Go and do something. If you need help, come and seek for help. We'll offer that help free of charge. But go and do something to better your own life. Your own life, go there for now. That is all. Barakallahu feek. So we'll stop here, inshallah, we'll stop here because of time. I want you all to take this opportunity into the final conclusion. The practical steps for building wealth. The practical steps. Start from the goal orientation. Write your clear goal. Number 2, go and research a product or a service that you can do as a tandem side hustle to your 9-to-5 job. Don't leave your 9-to-5 job, because the only time we want you to leave your 9-to-5 job is when you have made minimum 50% of your current salary. If they are paying you 5,000 every month, we want you to be able to make 2,500 a month before you can say bye-bye to 9-to-5. Do not leave your 9-to-5. Stay with your 9-to-5. But you can also increase your salary in 9-to-5. If you're a permanent person, you can go and learn the added skills in your area of work. And you can leave that company and go to another company and start on a new higher salary. If you're on the contract where you are earning 400 pounds, 500 pounds a day, you can go and learn the added skills on that type of project. Let me teach you this now, free of charge. Data analysis would pay you as a contractor between 450 to 650 pounds a day. Go back to your abon. No matter go back 400 a day, 500 a day. Go back to your 400 a day. Or we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to accept this from us. If truly this is what we are doing now, it's only for the sake of Allah. May Allah Ta'ala make it easy for you and for all of us, and grant us the wisdom to be able to move from level A to level B that will benefit us and that will benefit the Muslim community. Dr. Adams, let's see if we can do 2-3 questions and then we can conclude, inshallah. I would like all of you to please note that everything we have said on here, they are practical stuff. If you want to learn about the deen, we have classes with Sheikh Ali Man. We have classes with Sheikh Abu Hanifa. Make sure you listen to those classes where you can learn your religion. The MRB, the Muslim in Business, our intention is to pump the Muslims and to keep them with enough to change their life, to turn their financial life around. And we have another one for the family. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make it something that will be beneficial to us and to everyone who is listening. But please, brother, take massive actions. Don't just listen to this and then go and sleep. Take action. Take action. Take massive action. And ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bless us and to bless you in it, and to count all of us as the inmate of Jannatul Firdaus al-A'la. And also sallim wa barik ala Muhammadin wa alihi wa sahbihi wa sallim tasliman kathira. Dr. Adams.
Jazakumullahu khairan, Ustaz, for that motivational speech. I really didn't want to stop you. You've gone way over time, but if not because of Salatul Maghrib, I will make you continue. And alhamdulillah, people have stuck with us. May Allah's matter reward you all for your time. I don't think I need to summarize what Ustaz has said. And if you've not picked up anything from this session, the last final words that he's told us with regards to taking that step, don't changing that mindset, having that positive mindset, being practical, those are enough for us to kickstart our own improvement life, if you like. So inshallah, I would allow maybe a couple of questions. There is one that's been quite common question. I really want to join the Muslim in Business series. I want to join the Muslim platform. How do I do that? Ustaz, do you want to summarize what they need to do?
What we are going to do is to join the Muslim platform. Many people ask, but the only way we have right now is the WhatsApp group, isn't it, Dr. Adams? We have the WhatsApp group. I think there's a Muslim platform Instagram as well, and maybe my Instagram. Please contact me on my Instagram, the Tawfiq Abdul Salam Instagram page. If you send me a message on that Instagram page, I will link you up with the right people that would connect you, inshallah. On Friday between 5 and 10 p.m., let me write my Instagram here. I think it's Tawfiq_Abdul Salam. So I'll write it here. So for those Abdul Salam. So if you catch me on that Tawfiq Abdul Salam Instagram, or even the Muslim platform Instagram page, I think someone will pick that up. But I think it's better you do. Oh no, Tawfiq, not the way I've spelled Tawfiq. Is Tawfiq with double EQ. Abdul Salam. So on that one, I think you'll be able to. And the reason for this is so we can channel you into the right. Yeah, somebody saying they want to learn data science, right? Please assist me. The Udemy course I'm doing is not. You don't need the Udemy course. The Udemy course is nice, but that's not what we are teaching. We are teaching practical stuff. You can go and do all the theory stuff, but what we are teaching is when you get to work as a data scientist, what are you going to be first? So the first thing you need is who is already a data scientist. Then I will link you up with Baba Gafar, who is a senior data scientist with Vodafone. Then I will link you up with Omami Olalika, who is a senior data scientist in Cambridge, who is already working as a data scientist. Our media guide to data scientist is in Donka need them. I want you most of my this is what I do as a data scientist. So you must have somebody who's already making money in that field who will mentor you into it. That's one. You want to be a chef. That's another area in this country that can turn you into a millionaire in 3 years' time. A chef. So can you not see Ench? Can you not see Tasty? Can you not see all of them booming? You can do it. You yourself can do it. Start with a kiosk in Peckham market. Start with a kiosk in Lucia market. You will start making money now. You will start making money now. So Forex, stock trading, crypto, real estate. I will not advise on crypto. I will advise on real estate because people are losing money. I don't know about crypto, but I know about real estate. I know the one that you can do that you can make money instantly. Don't go and gamble your money. Crypto, I don't know. The people that know crypto, maybe there's a brother who's in Washington, he know crypto and all this stock stuff. I can link you with that brother, go and learn from him. But I don't know about crypto because I'm scared of the people who are, and I'm not saying people should not, put money into Forex or crypto, but I know real estate on my finger. I can teach you the web. I've taught many people who are doing real estate. Halal way. Not the haram way. Halal way. So whatever you want to do, look for a mentor who is already doing it. Who is already doing it. That person who is already doing it, that person would tell you how they want to do it, how they do it, and they will show you the way. They will give you their CV. That's how we say. I will give you my CV. Just follow the line by line. That's it. But we don't go and be reading. Look for somebody who's already doing it. If somebody who wants to advise you what to advise, don't listen to advice from somebody who's not doing what you want to do. That's another thing. Nigerian or African people, we are very good with giving unsolicited advice. But check his account. There's no money flowing in. He only has the theory. I know many people like that. Theory. Don't listen to those type of people. Because those people are time waster. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he guided me away 14, 15 years ago from a group of people like that. A group of students in the class. Allah pulled me from that class through the handiwork of those people and they put me in another class. And then I abandoned the whole of that class. And I went to another class that today, one person in the new class can recruit all of those ones. His mindset. Even though that class, they were backward people. They were destroyers instead of builders. So don't hang out with people like that. If you hang out, just help them. That's it. Help people like that. That's all you could do. Don't cost them. Don't do anything bad to them. Help them. But move with the people who are progressives, not the backward ones. Don't stick with the backward people because they will drive you backward. That's it. Don't go with a lazy person. Somebody who is lazy. He's lazy. Doesn't want to do anything. He has to hear it now. He's not going to take any action. Don't move with people like that. They will draw you back. Dr. Adams, let's stop here, inshallah, because of Salah. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to accept from every one of us, inshallah.
Jazakumullah khairan, Ustad. I think some people actually came late. They were asking the question that we've been talking about all day. So I would say go back to our YouTube channel, the Muslim platform, to listen to this. I think the aim of this session, like we said, is one of so many to come, inshallah. And we're not going to be able to discuss everything that you're asking. The aim of it is to motivate us to take that positive step. And I think we've successfully done that. So next one will be more specific, inshallah. And just look out for further information. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bless our stars. May Allah reward every one of you, inshallah. Like we've said, we have other sessions. We have the fiqh sessions with Sheikh Rafi', and we have the hadith session with Sheikh Abu Hanifa. So we do this on a weekly basis around 5 to 6 p.m. But usually look out for this on our pages, inshallah. Without much ado,
they cannot see my Instagram. The Tawfiq Abdul Salam Instagram is open now. This is Tawfiq Abdul Salam Instagram. Please just search for it. TAOFEEQ _ Abdul Salam with double S, Abdul Salam. I think there's a lot of people ask me questions on that thing, and I prefer it because it helps me to, to keep my time. So please, inshallah, once you do that on there, we would add more people we will channel you to the WhatsApp. We don't want to open our WhatsApp to the public. So that's why we cannot share it. Because we get attacked by hackers and all that. If you go on that thing, on that Instagram, I will channel you into the Instagram. Please don't share the WhatsApp, Mutia. If you can delete that, that would be better. Because once you, if you know, Mutia is sharing the topic of Salam Instagram, that's good of you. Thank you. But don't share the WhatsApp, please. Don't share the WhatsApp publicly. The Instagram page, share that one. That one, contact me on there. I will channel you to the right people. For those of you who want to volunteer as well, I can intentionally pick on you, Alaji Mohammed Afolabi, to join a group on the 23rd. We are doing a leadership training in London at the Doubletree Hotel in London. We are doing a leadership training on the 23rd. This leadership training, half day of it, will be focused on the same thing I teach some leaders of companies in Warwick University. The same content I teach in those universities, I will teach you half a day. And then the half a day will be how do we apply that to building a successful Muslim community through the TMP. So 2 days, and 1 day, but divided into 2. One half day is about leadership. Who is a leader? How can you be an authentic leader? How can you use your leadership to better your own life, your own self first, before helping other people? Today, we have been saying, you go and make money. You, for you. You. And then once you make that money, come back to the community and come and contribute in the mosque. Barakallahu fikum.
Now, so the leadership training is for both men and women. Somebody was asking on the group.
Yes.
For both men and women. Contact to start from there. We'll link you up and book you. The spaces are running out very quickly as well. So I think we'll end it here because of Maghrib, inshallah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you, stars. May Allah protect you upon good. Everyone as well, inshallah, we'll see you next week. As we are over 18 on the call now, I want us to be there again for the spirituality bit next week, inshallah. May Allah bless you all. Subhanakallahumma bihamdik. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Jazakumullah khairan for all of you brothers. Assalamu alaikum.